Good morning, students. Let us continue our first chapter of civics. I hope you might have gone through your first video and you might have understood about the Indian legislature, maybe the half point at least. Whatever points I explained to you, the upper classes and the lower classes, their elections, who is conducting the elections, and who can be the member of it, and their ways, how they hold it, or how they conduct it. So today we shall continue. We were studying about the how the legislature works, and we studied about the question R and the 0R and their ordinance. Okay, now we shall have the main point. Now, chief functions of the legislature. Okay, now let us look chief functions of the now making laws. We have to see now how they make the laws. Now the most important function of the legislature is to make laws. Already I had explained to you in the beginning first as we started the chapter. Now once again I read, making laws means the chief function of the legislature is the most important function of the legislature is to make laws. Okay, the proposal for a new law. Now what is now this the definition, please pay attention. Okay, the a proposal for a new law or for a change in an existing law is called a bill. Now suppose somebody asks you what is a bill. Okay, now not that bill what you bring from the shop. Okay, this is something different. Let us study. Now we will be studying about that also, but then it is something else here, means very important to know. Now what is called a bill? A proposal for a new law, a proposal, okay, a request for the new law or to change in an existing law is called a bill. Once again, I read, a proposal or a request for a new law means to make a new law, a request or maybe a proposal for a change in an existing means at present the law, which law is at work now. Okay, the law is then that law, existing law is called the bill. A bill can be either an ordinary bill or money bill. Okay, now when I started reading about the bill, you straight your mind might have come about the money bill. Okay, now the bill can be of two types. The first one can be an ordinary bill and the second one can be a money bill. A bill which deals with the income or expenditure of the government is called the, now what is called a money bill? Now this is the definition here. A bill which deals with the income and expenditure of the government is called a money bill. Other bills are called as ordinary bills. Okay, once again I read, what is called a money bill? A bill which deals with the income, which is dealing with the income or expenditure of the government. Okay, whatever they have spent, the expenditure is called money bill, and other bills can be called as ordinary bill. Okay, an ordinary bill can be introduced in any house of the legislature. Now, what is the main function of ordinary bill? Can be introduced in any house of the legislature, and this bill is discussed and debated in three stages. Okay, an ordinary bill is discussed and debated in three stages. Which are the three stages we will be learning? After this, if the majority of the, now when once a debate is going on in three stages about the bill, ordinary bill, if the majority of the members present vote for the bill, then only it can be passed. If there is no majority number of people accepting that bill, so it cannot be passed. In the bicameral legislature, a bill passed by one house is sent to the other house. A bill passed by one house is sent to the another house. There it goes through a similar process. Okay, from one house to another house, the bill is sent, and then it goes same way. A bill passed by both the houses of the parliament is sent to, okay, now remember, a bill passed, the bill, suppose a bill is passed by both houses of parliament is sent to the president, and a bill passed by the both houses of a bicameral state state legislature is sent to the governor. Okay, In a unicameral state legislature, okay, pay attention, a bill passed by the legislative assembly is sent directly to the governor. Okay, in this, no house is passing from one house to another. It is straight forwarded to the governor. When the president or the governor signs the bill, it becomes, suppose they are signing a bill, then it becomes a law known as an act. Okay, the president or a governor can return a bill with suggestions. Okay, you have to understand their duty, how these bills are passed and how this is forwarded. Okay, the president or governor can return a bill with suggestions. The legislature then returns the bill to him after accepting or rejecting his suggestion. Once a bill is so returned, he has to sign it. Okay, no, without signing, no passing it. A governor may reserve a bill for a president's consideration. The president can either give consent or return the bill to the state legislature with a suggestion also, and the state legislature has to pass the bill with or without the president's. Now the state legislature uh, have the full right to pass the bill without or with the president's suggestion within 6 months. The timing is there, okay, around 6 months. A money bill can be introduced only in the lower houses. Very important point to be noted. Okay, a money bill only can be introduced only in the lower houses. If it is passed, it goes to the upper house. The upper house, after receiving the bill, must return it within. Now suppose if it is passed, then if it is going to the upper house, then it should come back within 14 days. The upper house may suggest changes. They have the full right about to the upper houses. They can suggest the changes, but even if the lower house does not accept the changes, if the lower house is not ready to accept the changes, then also they can send their suggestions. Okay, their changes. The bill is sent to the president or the governor in the case of maybe. Okay, when the president or the governor receives a money bill, he has to sign it. Who has to sign? The president and the governor. Okay, now divisions of making powers. We shall have this. India's constitution, straightforward, very clearly specifies a subject on which the laws can be made by the center and the state. The India's constitution, we are having India has a constitution, and it very clearly point out the subjects on which the laws can be made by the center or the state. The subjects are placed in three lists. Which are the three lists? Union list, state list, and concurrent list. Okay, remember these points. Which are the three lists? The subjects: union list, state list, and concurrent list. Now, the current legislature makes the laws on subject. Now, there different three subjects were there, three three lists. Now, this three list is having different uh, different subjects. The first one is, let us read. The first one is, the central legislature makes the laws subject mentioned in the union list. Okay, in union list, these are subjects of the national importance like defense, foreign nations, citizenship, shipping, railways, airways, banking, post, and telegraph. Okay, this you can read by yourself. Which are the subjects comes under the central legislature in the union list. Okay, now the second one is state legislature makes the laws on subject mentioned in the state list. Okay, it will make only the laws on the subject which is mentioned in the state list only. These are the subjects that they are affected by the regional conditions. The law and order, police, public health, agriculture, and land revenue are few examples. Okay. Now the third point is, both the center and the state can make laws on subject mentioned in the concurrent. Okay. Now whichever subjects are mentioned in concurrent list, the center and states both have the permission to make the laws within this concurrent list. Okay, such subjects include marriage, divorce, education, electricity factories and newspaper. Okay, the central legislature enjoy residuary. Okay, now what is the meaning of residuary? It has a power which retains by retained. Okay, listen carefully. The meaning of residuary power means it is a power which is retained by governmental authority after certain power have been delegated to other authorities. Okay, central legislature enjoys residuary power means registry residuary power means is a power which is retained means not to lose, not lost. Okay, it is going on by a governmental authority after certain power have been delegated to other authorities. This means it alone can make laws on subject not mentioned in any of the above lists. Now, control over government finance. Okay, every year the government places its budget, annual financial statement. Okay, now every year the government has to place means has to bring up the budget, that is the annual financial statement before the legislature. Okay, now government's duty is to bring the budget, that is the annual financial statement before the legislature. The budget shows in detail the expected income. Okay, it will show, the budget will be about the expected income to the of the government and how it is to be spent. In addition to the budget, the finance bill is also introduced. Okay, this contains proposals for new taxes as well as for changes in existing taxes to meet government's expenditure. Okay, these proposals have to be approved by the legislature. Now, these proposals has to be approved by the legislature, failing which government has to resign. Now, control over ministers. So now, how to control over ministers? You have to see now. The members of the legislature have the right to debate and criticize. Now, the members, those who are the members of the legislature, have the full right to debate, argument, or criticize about what the government is doing. Okay, the actions of the government. They have the right to question the minister. Now, this now they have the full right to question the ministers about the policies of the government. If the ministers are failing to give the satisfactory answers to the questions, then the lower house may pass a vote of no confidence against them. If the ministers are not able to give the satisfactory answers to the question which is asked by the members of the legislature, since they have the full right to ask the questions or debate or criticize about the actions of the government, they have to be very straightforward to give the satisfactory answers. And if they fail to give the satisfactory answer, means they are not, the people should be satisfied with their answer what the government is giving. If not, then the lower house may pass a vote of no confidence against. In the case, the government has to resign. Okay, now we shall study about the importance of the legislature in a democratic country. Now, what is a democratic country? In that means all citizens have the right to participate directly or indirectly in making the decision that affect them. Now, there is a government of people, by the people, for the people. Okay, remember this point: for the people, of the people, by the people, and for the people. Okay, democratic country means all the citizens have their right to participate either directly or indirectly for making the decision that affect them. India is a democratic country. Already I said all have their right. Therefore, the Indian people have a say in making the laws that govern them. Let us see now what they say. The first point is the Indian people form their own legislature by electing suitable representatives from among themselves. The second one is after completing one term in office, a member of the legislature must again get the people's vote in order to serve another term. Okay, that we see in the elections also. If they want to stand up again for their duties to govern, then they stand again for the elections. Hence, the people can change a government that cannot satisfy. If the people are not satisfied with their government, they can choose the other person. There are no permanent rules. Okay. Now, third one is long debates and discussions during the making of a law prevent hasty decisions. Media such as newspaper, radio, or TV keep the people informed. Now, how people can be informed about the discussions or long debate? Through the newspaper, radio, TV keep the people informed of the actions of the legislature. People can also express their views through such media. Okay, they are also have people also have the right to express their views through such media. Now, the fourth point is the government is answerable to the people's representatives in the legislature. Okay, now government is answerable means government has to answer to the people's representatives. Okay, now the fifth point is the government runs on the revenue collected on taxes from the people. Okay, the government runs on the revenue collected as taxes from the people. Therefore, the people's representatives in the legislature exercise control over the government's income and expense. So these are the points that the the Indian people have to say in making the laws and laws that govern them. Okay, they want such kind of government that they they have people have the full right to bring forth to express their views. They may express through such media, or the government is very much answerable to the people's representatives in the legislature. Okay, that we have to remember. Okay, now after this, students, they here are some points for you to be remembered. Okay, you can go through these points, you will understand better. Okay, now India has government at two levels that already I explained. When you study these points, you will know better. So please go through this. And here is a little in lower house and the upper house. The lower house is Lok Sabha and the upper house is Rajya Sabha, that you can study, read this. Okay, this is your little homework, read this. Then these are the points here. Please go through the points. And in your lofty homework, I will be uploading the question answers. So only A. So second one, please uh, the try to find out your own. And here the exercise C and D, do it your own. Okay. Go through both videos, you will get the answers and complete it with correct answers. Okay, the C is filling the blanks and the D is true false. So I wish you all the best, dear students. I hope you might have understood about the Indian legislature. I wish you all the best. God bless you.